at this moment, just a couple of hours into looking at the card, I don't fully understand the card, but this is an artist who is finishing the set on an extreme high note. So everyone on the East Coast after last night's episode was probably like, that kid in the West Coast doesn't even know what he's talking about. And thank you for the clarification on the good end. The Unisphere is what it plays homage to. And of course, that was actually on the Nolan Ryan card by Sophia Chang, which I saw but didn't understand at the moment. But that tells you you can still learn something in Project 2020 this late into the set. And welcome to episode number 123 of the Project 2020 Nightly News. My name is Chris, otherwise known on Twitter and Instagram as @CRT_sportscards. And my website is where you want to visit for everything related to Project 2020. So hopefully between last night and of course this video, you're able to check out my thoughts on what you should be doing as a fan of Project 2020 over the remaining 6 weeks of the set. At the same time, hopefully you checked out my store for that final card $30 bundle that's available now for a couple of weeks. And when you think about Tuesdays in Project 2020, this is usually the most tamest day of the week. We've now seen 4 cards of the week in no print runs, but this Tuesday in Project 2020 will always be a very special one. And I just have to say thank you. I do not know who sent this to me. I don't know if there were people who sent this to me or a group. I was just floored when this came in the mail. So I cannot say thank you enough. And for a person who speaks a lot every single day and every single night, I'm kind of speechless to say, or I was speechless when I got this package in. But let me show you what came in the mail today. So somebody, if I can talk here. So somebody sent me a Jackie Robinson Naturel artist print, number 61 out of 99. I will say it first, I will give it to tops. The quality of this print and the frame I think is fantastic. And I'm gonna try to get it in the video here, but obviously you can see the numbering here, and then you can see Naturel's autograph right there. And look, it's gonna look very vibrant because my light is showing right there in the print. But even outside of the main light, this is the color of it is just fantastic, and it's gonna be a great addition to my wall. So thank you for this. I would keep talking and holding this, but I'd probably drop it and crush somebody's gift to me. So thank you again for this artist print. I don't know if I'll ever know who sent it to me, but thank you so much for that gift. I'm greatly appreciative of it, and I can't wait to put it up on the wall back there. And before we get too far into the show, there is one thing I did leave out from the Monday episode, and that was the print runs from the foil board of the Jackie Robinson by Ermsey, and then of course the Old Man Allen Ichiro. And I've heard on Twitter, or I've read the reports on Twitter, that the Gregory Sif Mike Trout is now shipping out to people. So it's probably within a couple of days, maybe by the weekend, we will start to see these rainbow foils show up. I really hope they're numbered. I don't think that's going to be physically possible in the shipping process of them, but it'd be fantastic if we knew the print run. But on that Ermsey Jackie Robinson, we're looking at a print run of just 152. And then on the Ichiro by Old Man Allen, just 169 exist of that card. It's going to be interesting to see how the foil looks on those two cards. Look, with the Sif Trout, it's going to play very, very nicely. So we're just going to have to wait and see how they turn out, but we're going to find out soon on that Mike Trout Gregory Sif. The one thing you do not have to wait for, and I really hope you checked out Beckett.com. The internet version of our conversation was posted up on Saturday. It was a great 30-minute conversation, and it was basically word for word everything I said, and it was a great interview. So thank you again, Beckett, for the opportunity to talk about Project 2020, and I really hope you made it to the very end of the article, because that is where I talked about my sort of thought process of what the actual legacy of the set will be when we look back in a year or two, or even just right now in the moment, what I think the legacy is of Project 2020. But now, taking a look at the Tuesday releases, and can you believe there was a Tuesday release of 2 of my favorite artists, and neither one of them was on my most anticipated list. I was shocked that we could release a Gregory Sif and a Grotesque card, and not one of them be a giveaway card. But here's the good thing. There are still 15 cards left, and there's about 55 cards left in the set. So 1 out of every 3 or so is going to be a giveaway going forward. So maybe tomorrow we will get a giveaway card. But in the meantime, taking a look at the very first card today, we have Gregory Siff with his Ted Williams. And when you think about Ted Williams, and look, going to war and coming back to play baseball or in the middle of your career, that was the norm in those days. Of course, now it's the extreme exception. But when you think about American, you think about a baseball player, the war, Ted Williams is that person. So you have a very Americana feel to this card with the flags in the background. And when you take a look at Gregory Siff's past work in the set, this feels like a very tame version, but it's actually really, really neat looking. I like sort of the copy and paste of the flag, and I like Gregory Siff's complete drawing of Ted Williams swinging the bat. I think it's a really, really nice Ted Williams in the set. And so while that Ted Williams by Gregory Siff may not be your cup of tea, as it's my cup of tea, I really hope in the future you pick up these Gregory Siff cards because they're just so unique in the Project 2020 set overall. But then the second card today, really my first artist love in Project 2020, is Grotesque with his Willie Mays. And by the way, Grotesque in December, so just a week from now, will be releasing his autographs for Project 2020 cards. I don't know if it's going to be beginning of December or the middle or towards the end, but he did let me know that there's going to be autographs available in the month of December. So I've been patiently waiting for those to release, and it's really hard to believe that we're already in December or near December in Project 2020. But on this Willie Mays, this is the formula that Grotesque uses, and it works very, very well. You have the team name up top. This one in orange, it's very, very bold. You have the creatures holding up the image. I believe this is now his 5th time using the dual creatures holding up the images, but there is one slight change where I thought was really, really neat. They were wearing hats in this one. So nice little add to it as we close out Project 2020. So hopefully you like Grotesque. If not, I understand. Grotesque is one of the lowest printed artists in the set, but I really hope you get to go back and pick up some of his earlier cards because they're very, very unique, just like Gregory Siff is in Project 2020. But when I think about this day overall and this entire set, I just have one word. I'm incredibly humbled. Thank you again for that artist print. And look, I am humbled when somebody wants to spend $30 to buy a final card bundle from me with a signed card. That's incredible. I cannot believe this artist print showed up at my house. So thank you again, and I appreciate all of your support so far this set. And with that, have a fantastic Tuesday evening, and I'll see you back tomorrow for episode number 124 of the Project 2020 Nightly News.